Feel free to have your camera on or off. It's fine either way. Let's see, we have a couple people here. We had quite a few people that registered for this webinar, but I'm going to get right into it. Thank you all for joining this afternoon, depending on where you are, might still be morning. This is the IV Hydration Business Startup Course Informational Webinar. So I'm excited to have you all with me today. I will be going through this webinar. I am Dr. Jessica Chung, and I am the founder of the International Business Association for Nurses, where we help nursing and healthcare professionals become entrepreneurs. I'm so glad many of you have reached out to me prior to this course being released, pretty much requesting that I develop a IV hydration business course. So after months of planning and putting this together, we released this course a couple weeks ago. And so now I decided that we would have this informational webinar. This has been helpful in the past in regards to our course releases. Individuals who wanted to know more about the course, wanted to get some information. And so what I will be doing today is I will be going through the different sections of the course so that you understand what you're getting in this course. So I want everyone that enrolls in this course to understand what is included and what they will gain from enrolling in this course. All right, so we'll go through a few things today. I'm going to go through each module, and then I'm going to talk about some of the additional features that you will get when you are a student of this course. So firstly, I'm going to tell you guys more about this organization. I founded this organization in 2020, really pretty much right during the pandemic. Being a private practice owner myself, I've had a lot of individuals reach out to me in regards to starting up their own practice. So therefore, I decided to take my knowledge and my experience and help others do the same. And so this organization has grown tremendously over these past 2 years. We have added so much as far as our services and courses. And to date, I would say that we've helped probably well over 3,000 nursing and healthcare professionals in entrepreneurship in some way. So our services include consulting. We do offer private and group consulting, courses, master classes, different other resources, mentoring. And for the future, we are planning a hands-on skills work and procedure workshops, affiliate programs. So if you refer someone to us, we are going to set up where you get compensated for that, mentorship programs, and exclusive memberships. So for those of you who maybe a year, 2 years from now, you started your business and you want some more in-depth information in regards to growing and scaling your business, we're going to have memberships dedicated to that. And so for those of you who know me, you probably see me around a couple of times. Those of you who've never heard of me, I am Dr. Jessica Chung, a doctor of nursing practice and family nurse practitioner. And I am originally from New York, currently practicing and living in Florida. I've been in healthcare for over 12 years now, 12 and a half years. I received my I.B.A.N up into my DNP. I currently own and run and operate a couple of businesses, and I love what I do. And I definitely can say that I would not be here today if it wasn't my support and my love for the things that God is doing in my life. So by no means I am shy about telling people that this is just as much as I've put in hard work, is just as much as the Lord has blessed me to do everything I'm doing. And so therefore, that is why I am doing all I'm doing to help you all attain that freedom that is in entrepreneurship, but understanding that entrepreneurship is a journey. So you do not, get that instant success overnight. It comes with dedication. It comes with time. It comes with sacrifice. And so everything that I put out and give, that is exactly what I've done and experienced myself. All right, so what you will learn in this specific course, this course is all about business, okay? So how to start, launch, and grow your IV hydration business. So just to clarify, at this time, this course does not include any information in regards to how to start IVs, how to administer IVs, how to maintain infusions, how to give injections. For the most part, everyone that has shown interest, most of you guys here are probably healthcare professionals, and more specifically, nurses, advanced practice nurses, physician assistants, physicians. So you have that basic knowledge and understanding of the skills when it comes to IV infusions. So just to kind of be clear, this course is not covering that. Okay, now there are resources in the course in regards to what infusions are appropriate for what type of certain types of conditions and medical problems. But I just want everyone to be sure this is not a pharmacology course. This is not a nursing one-on-one course. This is strictly business. So this is all about the business startup and growing process. Okay, so some key takeaways for the course is you always want to be available to learn. You want to know what you don't know and expound on that knowledge, asking for help when necessary. And I will tell you guys the different outlets in which you can reach me and my team for assistance. And you have to be willing to put in the effort. Okay, this course does you no good if you are not actually following the material and going through the content and actually doing the work. So you definitely have to put in the work, and this course will help you do that. All right, so this course currently has 11 modules. Now, as we continue to add content to the course, once you're enrolled, you'll see that new information will be added. Now, just to kind of give a disclaimer, there is no additional cost. So if you enroll in the course now and new content or updated content is added later, you do not pay anything additional, and you have lifetime access to the course. So you do not have to rush through. There's no time limit. It is self-paced. So you definitely want to ensure that you're taking your time to go through all of the information. So in the first module, we are going to go through understanding the IV hydration business and what you need to know before starting. So in this module, we're going to cover what the IV hydration business involves, what it entails, because what I've realized is a lot of people, when they go into this business, they really are, the only way I could say is narrow-minded. So they're not thinking outside the box. Obviously, they're just thinking IVs, or they're just thinking like B12 injections, but actually there is a lot more that you can do, obviously depending on your scope of practice. There's a lot more that you can do, and then there's a lot more that you can gain in regards to starting up this type of business. All right, so knowing what to research. So in this course, we definitely give you a lot of information, and there is information that is state specific. However, everyone has a different scope of practice, different licensing, different locations, different cities, different states. So with that being said, there is some information, or there might be some research that you do have to do on your own. And so one of the reasons why I've developed courses, including this one, is that people just don't know how to find information, who to contact in their state or their county in regards to finding out information. So therefore, I have included what information that you need to know and how to research, how to find that information that's relevant to your scope of practice. I've done a lot of the background work. So there's a lot of specific information for state specific information that is there. But here's the catch. You still have to take that information that is there and actually read it. So when it comes to starting a business, any type of business, especially a healthcare service, you are still the one that's responsible for understanding and knowing what it is you can do or what you can't do or what you need, whether that's certifications, permits, and whatnot. So even after you get an attorney, you get a consultant, you take a course, ultimately it still is your responsibility to know all these things. So therefore, I'm helping you, not only just helping you to start and build the business, but you as the business owner and the clinician, you should be able to understand, okay, what is it that you need to do? What are the steps that you have to take in your specific location? And so what are the laws and regulations that you have to follow? So therefore, there is information in regards to that. And also with that being said, if there's any research information that you need assistance with, we do have our team that will help for specific research, finding specific information, or sending you the right referrals for the whether it's an attorney service or directing you to the right department for your local or your state your location in regards to knowing, okay, what it is that you have to do to properly execute this business. All right, module 2, we go through the business startup process. So this is the module that has one of the modules that has the most information, just because there's a lot of information that's packed. And so really, between module 1 and module 2, those are going to be the foundation of you starting up your IV hydration business. So you really can't go further until you have completed all the steps in these first 2 modules. But module 2 goes through business plan. So we actually give you a template for business plan, actually walking you through the outline that I used for hundreds of students and clients in developing their business plan. So that one of the things that you're going to produce going through this information is a business plan. And that's one of the things you should have. So you don't want to skip over the step of having a business plan. Doing the business name search, that is very comprehensive. And I have seen a lot of people make the mistake of registering a business with a business name that either they have not done the proper research on, or they are leaving the door open for legal implications. So you definitely want to do a proper business name search. The business registration process, which will include state and local requirements that you may have to meet depending on where you are. Business setup process. That includes a lot of things relating to how people will reach you, how you can be contacted, how you making sure that when people are actually trying to find you, that they can find you, financial requirements, and CMS requirements. So CMS is the Center for Medicare and Medicaid. Now, regardless of if you're going to bill insurance, there are some CMS requirements that you have to meet, especially if you're going to be ordering medications and things like that. Module 3 will cover the legalities and medical directors, collaborative physicians. And so this module will cover what you need to do to protect your business, protecting your professional license. This is another big mistake I see a lot of people make, is that they don't understand that protecting your business and your professional license are 2 different things, and it has to be done. You can't leave one out, because again, you're leaving yourself open for potential legal issues, and nobody wants that. And then in this module, we'll also go over collaborative physicians and medical directors, and understanding what your collaborative physician, or medical director, if it's applicable to you, what they are required to do, and making sure you have an agreement in place with that medical director or that collaborative physician. Knowing what should be in the agreement. Don't just depend on the medical director or the collaborative physician to just whip up an agreement and you sign it, and you have no idea what you have entered in. And also not relying on just using standard templates. So a lot of states, a lot of Board of Nursing have templates, which are great, but those templates are available to you to be revised and to be things to be added and things to be taken away. So there's some important things, and I could share stories with you all about healthcare providers and professionals who have signed agreements with collaborators and medical directors and did not put the appropriate information in that agreement. So if you know that that your business relies on you having this agreement in place and having a collaborative physician or medical director, then you need to ensure that that agreement speaks to every aspect of your practice, you practicing, and your business. Now, depending on where you're located, some states have what's called the corporate practice of medicine. So with that being said, what I will say on that is that you may need to have or implement what's called a management service organization. And pretty much that is, it is a legal application which allows non-physicians to own a practice. And so whether your state, if your state requires that, or I should say if your state does not have anything that speaks to non-physicians owning a practice, or there are some laws that speak that non-physicians cannot own a practice, with the help of an attorney, you would need to form what is called a management service organization. Okay, so we will have information in regards to that, and templates as well, MSO templates and agreements, as well as we probably starting in September, we're going to have our guest speaker, an attorney that's going to talk more about MSO agreements. So you definitely want to ensure that you have the right documents and agreements in place. Policies and procedures. So we'll also cover that in this module. Templates, safety policies and procedures, clinic policies and procedures, and also some other templates in regards to where you can create policies and procedures or revise templates to fit your business. Module 4 covers certifications, licensing, and permits. So in this module, we will talk about, and there's information in regards to different types of licenses, permits, and certifications you may need. Now, depending on where you're located, some of you will require just maybe a business registration with your state. Some of you may require business registration with your state, a county registration, and or a city registration. Some of you may require a clinic licensing. Some of you will require other like permitting to operate this type of business wherever you are located. There will be state-specific information, location-specific, and helping you to make sure that you have all of the necessary licensing, certifications, and permits you need to operate. Also, there is a CLIA waiver application tutorial. For those of you who do not know, the CLIA waiver is required and required to do point of care testing. So, and more than likely, you may do some point of care testing in your clinic, just depending on the types of services you're offering. And not only that, point of care testing can add additional revenue. So you definitely want to get your CLIA waiver to do that. So that is module 4. Module 5 is covering operational management. So in this module talks about everything that you need for your business to actually operate, to run. and to be effective. So EHRs, applications and system workflows, forms, consents, lab contracting. Also, there will be information on diagnostic imaging contracting. Now, I know there's different professionals, so there may be some advanced practice nurses or other licensed healthcare providers who may want to add other services. And so regards to maybe ordering labs or diagnostic imaging, you pretty much, if your business is set up right, you can pretty much add whatever services you want. Also, in regards to lab contracting, there is information in regards to how to make profiting from doing lab testing or point of care testing in regards to ordering labs, excuse me, not point of care testing, drawing labs, so such as specimen collection, and how you can do that for your clients and patients, and also gain a profit from that as well. So I have some information in regards to how you can get a contract with lab companies so that you can profit from the labs that are being ordered and sent to the lab. So therefore, there's information in regards to ways of increasing your revenue as well. Module 6 will cover IV hydration services, products, and pricing. So as I mentioned before, a lot of times we think IV hydration business or clinic, and we think just IV hydration. But however, I have figured out that the IV hydration business falls under the wellness industry. And so everyone obviously wants to be well, wants to be healthy. And so therefore, there's a lot of other services that you can offer. So this module will cover those services. Developing prices for your services is very important, especially if you want to be in business for quite some time. And so you never want to just, develop a price based off the top of your head. You want to know how to do the research, how to figure out the pricing, and when you should be doing a reevaluation to determine changing and increasing your pricing. Also in this module, I have developed sample packages and memberships. So instead of you just trying to sell a $150 IV, why not try to sell a $300 or $400 monthly membership package to your clients and patients? And then also included in this module is adding medical weight loss services to your clinic. So again, the services that you will offer obviously will depend on obviously your scope of practice and the type of agreement you have in place with your collaborator or your medical director. Module 7. Now, this module is a bonus for some of you, and some of you may not be something that you thought of. But however, considering that IV hydration is a service, a healthcare service, depending on the type of clients, patients you're servicing, you may consider accepting insurance. Now, typically, most wellness or IV hydration clinics do not accept insurance. However, the way I see things is that you never want to leave money on the table. So if you are, for example, let's say you are servicing cancer patients or cancer patients in remission, and you want to give high dose vitamin C infusions, insurance may pay for that. And so there may be a very good reimbursement you can get for that. So you may want to consider maybe getting on board with a few insurance companies. Now, to be honest, the credentialing process can be tedious, but if you take your time, you can definitely do it. So in this module, I do go through how to do your own credentialing. Now, within the organization, we do offer credentialing services. However, I know a lot of you are on a budget when it comes to starting your business, like I was. So there are some things that you are going to take time and you're willing to take time to do on your own. So therefore, just consider that. I know many of you probably don't want to consider insurance, or maybe you didn't even think that it was something you could do. So there are specific reasons, I would say, that insurance would cover IV hydration services. So please don't, think that every insurance company is going to reimburse you. So definitely you want to ensure that if you're going to consider accepting insurance, make sure that you're actually credentialed first. And then inquiring from that insurance company what IV hydration or infusions or what conditions, diagnoses would be covered for reimbursement. So I go through all of that in this section, this module here. So this is definitely a bonus module. Module 8 will cover pharmaceuticals, equipment vendors, and suppliers. So I have established a relationship with quite a few pharmacies, especially pharmacies for infusions, compounded pharmacies, and for weight loss, if you want to do medical weight loss. So there will be contact information and the name of the pharmaceutical companies, supply vendors. I truly believe that you should establish with probably about 3 to 4 different supply vendors when it comes to medical supplies, just because we're living in a time now that there's shortages on different things, and every month or every couple months there's a different shortage on something else. Equipment vendors, and also I'll have some information in this module on how to take advantage of getting free supplies. So there's definitely ways you can get free supplies, and that definitely will help you when it comes to your budget for your business. Module 9 will go through branding. And so this is where kind of like the visual, your business is now coming to life, developing your brand, and going all the way back to module 2, making sure that your business name is established, so that when you get to doing the brand, when you get to branding, you are not having any hiccups, having any issues. Because branding, again, another misconception is people think branding is all about a logo and a website. And I can tell you branding is much more than that. So this section will go through some branding strategies and resources. Have included some social media templates. Not only that, but also personal branding. So not just posting about yourself, not posting about your business, what you're selling. You're trying to give an offer, you're trying to get people in the door, but people want to see you. They want to see who's the provider, who's the owner, what knowledge do they have to offer me this service. So showing up for your brand. You are your brand. So this module will go into branding and covering branding. And right after branding comes marketing in module 10, another module that has a lot of information. And so again, a lot of people make the mistake of spending a lot of money in marketing when they first launch their practice. And I can tell you right now, if you are paying doing any paid ads or anything like that in the first 6 months to a year of your business, you are doing it wrong. So this section will talk about branding. Marketing, forgive me, should say marketing. Doing a marketing analysis, using no-cost marketing strategies to your advantage, developing community partnerships, and how to effectively use paid ads. All right, and then the last module will cover staffing and subcontracting. So this module, what we're going to cover is who and how to hire. And I know that sounds very simple. Just think, okay, well, yeah, I'm going to need, this person to do this and that person to do that. But you have to ask yourself, can you even afford to hire multiple people? Or are you going to have to try to figure out how to utilize one person in multiple roles, which is totally fine if they have the qualifications. So definitely going through the different types of roles that you would need and the types of individuals to effectively manage your business, and also making sure that you have contracts in place with those staff members, or even if it's, again, your medical director or your collaborative physician, because your collaborator or your medical director, they may not be employees of your business, but they definitely are contractors to your business. They definitely are helping you and making sure your business thrives. So I can't stress this enough, and how important it is to have the right contracts, the right information in your contracts. For example, if you are going to hire, let's say, another team member that's also in healthcare, maybe another nurse, you may want to consider having a non-compete or non-disclosure in your agreement, because the truth of the matter is, you're not necessarily going to always hire the best individuals with the best intentions. So that's just the reality. That's one of the realities with business. And someone may just decide, well, I'm going to work here a couple months and I'm going to go open my clinic next door to her or him. Well, if you have the proper terms in your agreements, whether they're contractors or employees, then you would make sure that that individual cannot discuss business practices, or that if they do decide to go in business that is in competition with you, that there's terms according to your state laws in regards to where they can set up business. So these are just some things that you want to consider that will be covered in module 11. All right, so I always like to have quotes. So if you don't have a plan, you are left with a plan to fail. And so what this course gives you a plan. This gives you an outline. This gives you a guideline. When you received or when you entered into getting a degree, they gave you a curriculum. They gave you a plan, and you had to go through those different classes and make sure that you actually pass them successfully before that college, that technical school, that university gave you that degree. Well, it really shouldn't be any different from you starting a business, because unless you have money to waste, I don't, then it makes no sense for you to invest so much into starting a business if you are not planning to succeed and thrive in business. So this is what that course gives you. This course gives you the outline so that you can follow and ensuring that you are successful in business. So as many of you probably seen my numerous emails, enrollment is now open. So the link, which I'll have someone put in the chat box in regards to enrollment, and the cost of enrollment is on the enrollment page. So make sure that you are going through the information. This webinar will be available to rewatch if you want to. And then reach out to me if you have questions. So if you have questions about enrolling in the course, you can schedule a call with me. The link is on the course page, but you can schedule a call using this link directly so that you can, I can answer any other questions you may have. Okay, so that wraps up the informational webinar for the IV hydration business startup course. I'm excited for all of you who are going on this journey in this endeavor. Before I go, just wanted to mention all students get a 45-minute one-on-one consultation with me. So do not feel like you are in this process by yourself. I have outlets for you to reach out to me to ask questions. We have a private Facebook group where we will be doing meetings, group meetings, guest speakers, so that all of the students are staying up to date and fresh with information. And then you also have the ability to have that 45-minute one-on-one consultation with me. So this consultation is available to everyone that is enrolled. It is at no additional cost. And I could probably be honest with you all and say a 1-hour consultation with me is about probably the same price as this course. So you're getting all this information and that 45-minute consultation at no additional cost. You get the private Facebook group that you will be added in when you enroll. And then we have guest speakers on schedule that are going to join us to give us information in regards to helping you start and grow your business. Okay. All right. So if there's any questions, I encourage you to schedule that call with me using this link here. It's also in the chat box. And I'll also, if you have any questions, you can send the email if you don't want to do a call, or if you don't have the availability to schedule a call. The calls are just, you know, they're quick calls, again, because I'm wanting you to come ready with questions. You can send an email to admin@ibanurses.com. Okay, so if you have questions, feel free. If you have 100 questions, make sure you list them, number them. I'm going to answer them. Or if you just have one question, just send it in the email. So you can schedule a call. You can send an email. And lastly, if you're ready to go, if this is something you've been dreaming about, hoping for, wanting to do, at this point, there's really nothing that's holding you back. So you have everything available to you to move forward. So enrollment's open. The price that you'll see on the enrollment page is what it is at this time. And there will be plans for the price to increase, but I've been holding out on that because I've had a lot of people wanting to enroll in the course. All right, everyone. So thank you so much for joining the webinar, and I hope to see you all in the course. Thank you.